Hey, sup, y'all? It's your boy Spicy Aesthetics, and well, tonight I decided to celebrate my 5 subscriptions on Twitch, through Twitch and YouTube. And I gotta give a shout out to Debanyan, I believe is her name. Yeah, Debanyan, for the 4 gifted subs, and then I gotta give a shout out to Sweater Feathers for the 5th subscription, which contributed to the idea of wanting to do the stream. I was incredibly happy and very floored by the amount of subscriptions I got. I know it's like a little sudden to celebrate, but I'm so thankful to everyone who, got involved in my stream, whether I was playing DJ Max or, playing other games, just whatever I felt like at the time. So for everyone or anyone of my followers who worked or chatted a little bit or just, decided to vibe their own way, I wanted to thank y'all for, being involved in my streams and for joining in on the DJ Max open lobby shenanigans. And, for spamming emotes and stuff. I absolutely love that. It makes me happy knowing that people are participating one way or another. I'm trying to find more ways of getting more people to participate in things. It's not exactly easy. I think the problem is that I'm just so stuck in my own ways that it makes things a lot harder. Either that or I'm just incredibly stubborn about changing things when I know I should be changing things. I will celebrate by doing an unboxing of Nerissa Ravencroft limited edition birthday merch. Before we do that, I wanted to wait a little bit longer until we had a decent gathering of folks to join in on the fun, because I don't want anyone left out. I want y'all to see this. I mean, obviously there's got to be a VOD for it, but there are types of people that prefer watching, the live stream happen, people want to say, hey, I was there for this shit. It was actually pretty hype. And I'm not the biggest fan of leaving out people. It sucks. I mean, I know how it feels like to be left out because, well, I've been left out a lot of times in my past, especially in my grade school years. Kind of shaped my, confidence and self-esteem as I got older. Not always for the better, not always for the worse. It was downhill at first, but I think as I got older and I started actually, being around people that actually appreciated me for me, I started realizing, oh, hey, there are some valuable things about me as a person. Or, hey, there are some good attributes about me as an individual, And I'm very appreciative to anyone who's ever been involved in my life. Even the people that the people that I don't know, just either don't like me or, were harmful. I've learned a lot of lessons throughout life, and I'm very thankful to those people. It shaped me to be who I am. For better or for worse, hopefully it's going to be more for better in the future. But I would love to, just do better in general. But yeah, for anyone curious though, if you can't tell already, my favorite VTuber, my Oshi, if you will, is Nerissa Ravencroft. I absolutely love her. She's a very sweet person. I absolutely love her chatting streams, and even at the time she gets anxious with certain things. I actually did watch her play Battletro for a little bit. It overwhelmed her, but I was happy that she actually did try at least. But I understand what she's thinking. Dealing with numbers and math and stuff like that is not for everyone, so I get it. Personally, I love Battletro. I had fun playing Battletro. It was one of my favorite games throughout last year. I actually got addicted to the game, or at least nearly addicted to it. So much so that I ended up watching YouTube videos, even talking about playthroughs of other players' playthroughs of Battletro and speedruns for it. And there's a hell of a lot of categories for Battletro. There's any percent 1 deck, any percent 3 deck, 5 deck, 7 deck. There's a lot of categories for that shit. And also there was even a speedrun category for unlocking everything. And I think the fastest run for that I saw was a little over 3 hours, maybe 2 hours. It's been a while since I've watched speedruns for Battletro. I don't think I would participate in one personally, but I do like watching Battletech speedruns and just other speedruns in general, just because a lot of these type of people actually do take the time and effort to actually study the game and like look into like things like the coding and like to see if they discover glitches. Hell, what's even cooler is like if normal people discover glitches and then like normal like Let's Players, for instance, would discover a glitch, and like a lot of those speedrunners will implement like those, implement that tech into their speedruns, which I actually think is pretty awesome. I think there was like one woman that was playing Metal Gear Solid, I forgot which one, and they actually did discover a glitch thanks to her, which I thought was pretty cool. So in a way, it's like normal gamers contribute to like things for like more professional or gamers or like speed runs. I like that type of thing, actually. I genuinely think it's cool. And I'm really glad that like they go hand in hand. Like there's just a lot of things you have to appreciate about like certain types of gamers in general, whether it be like casual gamers or professionals. I mean, obviously there are like certain types of like, gamers and the like that I don't appreciate, especially like the ones that don't fully respect the culture of things and stuff. Or at least, that type of thing, or they're just like, awful people in general. But hey, you gotta take the good with the bad sometimes. It is what it is. But yeah, I digressed a little bit from my love of Narissa, so I really do love like her streams in general. I try to watch them as often as I can. I try to like, participate as much as I can. Her karaoke streams are incredible in my opinion. Like, especially when her sister Aradia comes on in to sing along with her. Those are fun streams in general. And even when she just comes into like just chatting streams, they're bantering and like, talking is just really fun too. Like, you can very much tell they're siblings. I mean, I have an older sister and I kind of understand how things work. I'm not gonna lie, I guess it kind of reminds me of that type of dynamic. At least if I wasn't as afraid of talking to my sister, if anything. She's not a bad person, just she can be a lot. Let's put it that way, she can be a lot. But I love her regardless. And she's always doing her best to improve too, so I'm cheering her on either way. I hope she's cheering me on because I'm doing everything I can to improve myself every day, even if it's taking like the smallest step possible. Like, which reminds me actually, I recently started doing back exercises. Earlier this week, my back gave out on Tuesday. Like, and this happened after like I was about to get out of the car to enter work. And just, I was thinking, why did this pain flare up out of nowhere? I sometimes feel like that stuff happens like a little too often. I ended up having to go see like, I know some people don't like chiropractors, but I ended up seeing one and, he actually did help. But what also helped too was that I started doing back exercises as of Wednesday, and I've been keeping up with them like since. So I've been doing like stuff like bridges and what have you. I tried a couple other exercises, but I think I'm stuck with bridges for now. And then like if I need to, I can amp up the difficulty by doing something else. So they've been helping my back out a little bit. I've been getting a little bit of strength and, hopefully I can recover from the pain sooner than later. If anything, I really want to like get back into like, playing DDR, hanging out with friends. Thankfully I can still move around and stuff. Like my mobility is like, my mobility and flexibility is coming back. And I think that's a good thing. Like, I'm getting better. I'm just thankful in general that, I'm regaining my health and I will have my health back sooner than later. That's all I can say. But yeah. My day today was okay though overall. I ended up just going to like a neurotherapy appointment. The reason I do that is because I'm prone to having seizures, and thankfully it's not like the type where I get it from flashing lights and stuff. It's like the type that happens randomly. I think they're called chronic tonic seizures that I get. like the bigger type of seizures and not like the small ones that happen, you know, more often. I've also been on medicine too, which helps. I've been on Keppra, and it's been helpful for me as well too. And also for anyone in chat, if you have any questions about me, my only rule for asking me questions is just not to make it too personal. Although I am kind of talking a little bit personally about myself, but still, I don't know. I'm just thankful for like just really anyone who is involved with me, like I said earlier. It always makes me happy to see people join in and just hop on in and, you know, make themselves at home, chatting. And I've been working on like having better conversations with people as well too. Although I needed to start doing that more in real life and not just online. Because like I don't think just hanging out like on, you know, for instance, VR chat counts as like real life interaction. Obviously, there's certain nuances in real life interactions that, you know, you will miss online. I mean, unless you view through a camera, I guess, but still, there's just something about like being able to go outside and talking to people. I think my problem is that, again, I'm stubborn about things and I'm just like, I know I should be doing this, but I don't want to change things too much either. I guess, I mean, really what it boils down to is I need to take baby steps and, you know, just do it gradually. Maybe start off with like one thing and then like maybe add a little bit more, and then eventually it'll just, you know, come naturally. I think for me, what helps is also being able to like talk to my coworkers, for instance. I mean, that's a bit of a start. But talking to strangers offline is a different story. I'm not the best at it. Not unless I'm at an anime conversation or that convention and I see like a good cosplay. I'm like, hey, yo, can I get a photo? And then like maybe I can just, you know, talk a little bit about the anime that they're cosplaying from. I actually remembered the last time I did that, I remembered seeing like a really good like Star Driver cosplay. They were cosplaying as Takato, the main character of the show. Essentially, it's like a Sunrise anime of like robots and stuff involved in like very fabulous like transformation scenes. Like there's like a lot of transformation scenes in that show, if I recall correctly. It's been like years since I watched it, but from what I remembered, the art and animation I think still hold up really well to this day. It was very much like a pre-COVID anime type of thing. Although I probably shouldn't have said that word, but yeah, it is what it is. YouTube's gonna mark it as like unsafe or whatever. My bad. But yeah. What else? What else is going on here? Okay, all right. No, sorry, I was trying to check and see who interacted with my tweet earlier. I posted a tweet just promoting like my live stream and stuff. Twitter doesn't like it when you post links, apparently. Although I probably might post my links in the reply below. I might as well do that. Just so that way I get more interaction without like losing the, you know, the relevancy that I would have if I had any on Twitter. And then I need to post a link to my live stream on YouTube. Question is, how do I do that? Yeah, thankfully I can just copy the link and then, yeah, there we go. And I think I might as well reply back to one of my tweets here on Blue Sky. Yeah, I have a Twitter and Blue Sky account. So yeah, there we go. So anyone can join in on the fun, and hopefully we have more people to talk to. Maybe I can, like, you know, answer some questions like I mentioned earlier. I mean, again, just keep it just make sure it's not too personal. Yeah, it'll be a while. I'm still trying to wait for more people to join in on the fun. Again, because I don't want anyone to feel left out. I mean, even though, like, again, a VOD for YouTube will still be up for it. Yeah, again, I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be here, I guess, and um, what else? I'm not the best at conversation. I'm trying to like think of stuff. I'm trying to just keep on talking about like just whatever comes to mind. Um, I'm not the greatest at like expanding upon things. I'm working on it as well too. It's always been a struggle for me just because like sometimes I'm just afraid of like, how should I put it? I guess I'm afraid of like opening up too much, I guess, if that makes sense. I guess you kind of have to be on, well, not have to be. I guess you kind of have to be careful. Well, you always have to be careful on the internet with like what you do and say. There's a lot of bad faith actors online. There's a lot of like people that will take you out of context, whether on purpose or just to like stir up engagement, whatever those reasons may be. I'm not a big fan of that personally, and it's hard to find like people nowadays that are sincere and sincere about the things they like, and people that can be honest about both the good and the bad, about things. That's tough because it feels like people only like to do things just to make people rage. And I don't know, I just think it's incredibly unhealthy. It really is. It's like people like are more than willing to neglect their health just so that way they can get a little bit of engagement. Whatever that may be. And I know that like, doing the stuff that I do like is hard to like get like people to join in and, hard to get attention and get all eyes on it. But I think in the end, like if I do like at the very least put a little bit of effort into things I do, I will be rewarded at the very least. Although I don't think it's easy. It obviously is not easy. It really isn't easy. Because again, like I said, nowadays the thing is like rage bait, and I'm not at all about that. At least I hope I don't resort to that anytime soon. If I do, I'm probably gonna just like I'm gonna just stop streaming, period. And if I have already done so, then I probably forgot about it. And it's probably not on purpose. Because again, it's not my thing. And plus I'm aware that like the things I do and say online will be immortal. I mean, that's inherently how the internet works. It gets immortalized. Like, that's how you have like certain websites that keep track of like certain like figures, if you will. Heck, there's even one for like yeah, Chris Chan. Like there's a wiki dedicated to them. I know of a certain website filled with a certain fruit and farms that keep an eye on them as well. What else? The internet's an interesting place though. I mean, regardless of all that, like the environment did change like in the 2020s, like when, that happened, when the pandemic happened, like where we had to like stay isolated and distance ourselves. The environment did change drastically. Whether for better or worse, I'm not gonna really debate too much about it at that point. Although if you really wanted my opinion, I think it's for the worse, just mainly because a lot of people resort to like just rage bait, like I mentioned, engagement bait. Just not good faith things, not discussing things in good faith, which makes things harder to actually talk in sincerity about the things that you genuinely like or dislike. Like, to me, there's a balance to a lot of things. If you're too positive, then I think it turns into toxic positivity. And if it's too negative, then it turns out to be just toxicity in general. I'm only human after all. Like, there are moments where I'm just be like, forget it. Whatever. But yeah, the music here is pretty good though. The music I selected is good. It's like Stream Beats. Shoutouts to Harris Heller for the music. Yeah, I guess I should hydrate as well too while I'm at it. All right, so I'm not sponsored by Gaming Subs, but I do like their drinks, and they're like waifu cups. Oh, I even have an Orisa one here. And I do like it. I'm glad I ordered it. It's good. I'm drinking a flavor called Anime Thighs. So it's like orange and like cream soda combo, and that's actually pretty good. That's a good combo. I'm not like the biggest fan of orange, but like whatever it's in combination with something else. Oh yeah, it's good. It feels like a compliment. Well, more like it's one of the few like drinks where the orange is like the star, and then like the cream soda is like the thing that complements the orange. So like it cancels out. Like I think if it wasn't like a powder, it would actually cancel out like the acidity or acidity. I can't pronounce it. The acid or the acidity of the orange, and with like the sweet, you know, taste of like cream soda. And again, I'm not sponsored by Gamer Subs, but they do have a lot of good flavors. I've tried out like Shy Lily's flavor. That one was really good. What else have I tried? I had tried out Sploosh as well. That one's really good. It's like mango and coconut. And I'm trying out like another flavor called like Acid Rain. I forgot like the actual flavor combo, but I'm actually looking forward to trying that one out. I also tried out Silver Veil's flavor. That one was very good too. I liked how it tastes as well. Like, I forgot the combination, but it was like Sakura as something. It was pretty good. What else is going on here? Give me 1 second. I gotta fix the technical difficulty here. All right, here we are. All right, here we are. Sorry about that. I kind of goofy here. Yeah, normally I'm not like the greatest at like just chatting stuff, just because to me, I don't normally do these type of streams unless like I have a lot to talk about. Like if I just got back from an anime convention, I had a blast, and I made like as many mental notes as I could about what I did and who I interacted with and just anything that happened. I think the last time I did a stream, I think it was like San Japan from last year. It was either last year or 2023, but either way, fun convention. I highly recommend going there if y'all are in San Antonio. It's a blast. There's a lot to do. They even have like a good like arcade with like rhythm games and other Japanese games. And the game room is just huge in general. It does not disappoint. It's incredible. And to me, like they're one of the ones that pull off like the hybrid between like grassroots and like corporate anime convention pretty well. Like I feel like it's balanced. Like provided the corporations don't like interfere too much in how the conventions are ran, I think they're good. Although I still would prefer a full out like grassroots convention, but I know it's not like an easy thing to maintain. Like it reminds me of like one convention that unfortunately ended like full scale conventions as of last year, Anime Fest. I think I mentioned it on stream, maybe not on YouTube, but I remembered just, you know, how big that convention was like last year. It was pretty fun. I got to see like a lot of people that, you know, I haven't seen in a while. A lot of people I know in college, you know, went there. And it's good to see that they're still kicking and like either cosplaying or like holding panels and stuff. I think it's incredible. And like I've decided to like participate, like, or at least visit in one of the panels at one point because a friend of mine was hosting it. She did great. Like she was talking about like cosplay survival essentially. Like she talked about which materials were like better for like hot weather, which was better for cold weather. She talked about like the important things like resting and getting hydrated, and an indicator of like, you know, getting hydrated, for instance, or if you have enough water in your system. Like if your skin is, you know, not like, you know, forming back to normal, like pinch your skin like this. I don't know if you can see it, but pinch your skin like this, and then like if it doesn't like go, or if it doesn't go back to normal like quickly enough, then it more than likely means you need to hydrate. And yeah, that's pretty important. Don't want anyone to go to the hospital just because they're not taking care of themselves, you know? Shit kind of sucks. And that's why, like, at anime conventions, it's really important to, like, just be prepared in general. Like, have at least, like, a drink that you carry with you. My drink of choice is, like, gamer subs, for instance. I drink the waifu cups. I do like both the caffeinated and non-caffeinated versions, depending on the time of day. Because if I drink caffeine after, like, a certain time, I heard that if you drink caffeine after 3 p.m., you have a harder time sleeping. And, yeah, that's not good for you. Like, it genuinely sucks. You know? But I digress a little bit. Anyway, back to Anime Fest, right? So, I remember it's a very grassroots convention. Even, like, when ran by our organization at the time. It's like a, whatchamacallit. It's a type of charity. Non-profit, yes, non-profit. And, it was good. To me, it was good for like for its size, which is like smaller than like, you know, it's a very small convention in terms of like in the standard of like full scaled ones, like the ones that are held at convention centers or hotels. Yeah, it was good. It was good seeing everyone there. They even had like anime, like, you know, screening rooms where you get to watch like anime episodes of whatever you wanted to watch. I ended up chilling out for a little bit watching like the Ghost Stories dub, and yeah, I can see why some people found it funny. Although I don't fully know like the story of like why the dub was the way that it was, with all the jokes and stuff like that. Some people kept on saying, oh, it's because, you know, the studio that made it was like, here, do whatever you want with it. Whereas there was like other reasons that I've heard about. Personally, I don't fully know like which is true, but I guess my point is like the script was pretty goofy. Although the humor to me did get kind of flat after a while. It's like, oh, you said some edgy shit. You know, it was that type of thing. It was funny, but I don't know. I stopped watching it like after 8 or 9 episodes just because I got a little bit bored with it. Although I would like to see it like, you know, what the actual original script, if that makes sense. Like if it was dubbed or subbed. Might have to watch it sometime subbed. Maybe it's like a Halloween thing. Who knows? Speaking of like other conventions, oh yeah, and also, sorry, I keep on going back and forth. Also, I did go to the rave for a little bit. They had like a smaller DJ playing. They weren't bad, but it just wasn't my type of music. What else did I do that was significant? Went to the Dealer's Room. It was pretty big. Artist Alley was good. It was good as well. I mean, it's mainly like those type of conventions where it's like, you know, the people's faces and names, especially if you've been around like the convention scene for a long time. I remembered when like it was held at a different hotel, like in, you know, downtown Dallas. I remember going to like a lot of those conventions back when it was like either in middle school, high school, and college. For me, those were good times. They were good times. Well, it was bittersweet, but it was mostly good times. And like as I got older, I started actually to learn how to actually socialize better too, which helped me navigate through certain situations. But I don't exactly have too many exciting stories to tell about them outside of just me being observant and or observing things and just being like, oh wow, that's cool. Oh, there's some nice cosplays. Let's post those, you know, or let's take photos of those. But yeah, speaking of like other conventions, I do plan on going to one called Ecchi Expo, which is like an 18+ convention. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be like my first like 18+ anime convention I've gone to. And I do not fully know what to expect outside of like what I read on the internet, which seems like it's gonna be filled with like some pretty neat cosplays. That's all I'll say. And like an artist alley and dealer's room and stuff. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna happen like in like mid-July. And so I might do another chatting stream about it. So we'll see about it. We'll see what happens from there. But yeah, I don't, and also for like other, like for Memorial Day, I'm thankful I have Memorial Day off because like I don't have to work on Monday. And like I can actually spend more time resting and recovering my back. Like I said, thankfully I got most of my mobility back. And thankfully it's not as hard to get up from like chairs and stuff anymore. I'm just really thankful again that I'm regaining my health. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm just happy. And I'll be even happier once I'm back to normal. But I guess I've talked enough for now. I'll go ahead and prepare for the unboxing here. I will be right back while I move around some items. Alrighty, and we are back. I wanted to introduce y'all to my new hand cam. This one's the HyperX, what is it called again? Fuck. Jesus Christ, I keep on forgetting stuff here. Let me look it up real quickly, just so that way I don't look like a complete fool here. Okay, so yeah, this one is called the HyperX Vision S webcam. I bought it recently. It's a bit of a chunky boy, but it does its job. It looks pretty nice, doesn't it? With the good lighting and stuff. And plus, like, the field of view is actually really good. So yeah, anyway, so this is a box I got it in. For obvious reasons, I had to peel off like this stuff because it has like personal revealing information. With that said, let me make sure I got my items prepared here. I thought I had it. Oh, here it is. All right, so we are going to go ahead and open the box now. I'll be careful. They really did tape a lot. They really did put a lot of tape on this one. Slow and easy does it. And then let's peel the other side. Oh yeah, also this is like my new unboxing / hand cam. This is like my first time ever creating something like this. So yeah, hope y'all will forgive me for like how like copy pasty it is. And I hope y'all enjoyed my little touch of like Narissa's picture on it. She's looking at me in derision. She normally wouldn't do that, but I just thought it was hilarious. Alrighty. Oh, we need to do like that part here. Yeah, y'all get to see my pale arms and glove. This is my first unboxing stream ever, so I mean, do keep that in mind. Because I'm just not familiar with all the tactics and stuff that unboxers use. Alright, I think we're good to go. Yeah, for you, anyone on YouTube, y'all are more than welcome to leave comments below to see how I can do this better in the future. Because again, I'm not as familiar with unboxing streams. I've seen them before, or I've seen unboxing videos, but I have not personally done one myself. So anyway, let's start with the unboxing. So we got the wrapping paper protecting the packaging. Let's see. And this is a limited edition, like Nerissa Ravencroft birthday merch, by the way. So I'm actually pretty excited to take a look. Let's see. First item we have here. Ooh, I think it's a huge mouse pad, actually. Let me put you down. Yeah, take a look at this, y'all. Let me lay it down, and I'll expand it a little bit. Yeah, look at this mouse pad, y'all. It's pretty gosh darn neat. Pretty cute. It has Nerissa just vibing on the balcony with the fellow jailbirds. Hey, that's me right there. I'm the like one that's just trying to hang on for dear life here. And then there's like the details here are actually pretty nice. Although I'm wondering where these lines came from. I hope it's not like an error one, or if I didn't, hopefully I didn't keep it up for too long. But yeah, it's pretty nice. It's not as big as my current mouse pad here. But it is pretty nice. It is pretty nice at the very least. I'll definitely keep it in case like somehow I decide to like just switch mouse pads in general. All right, I need to find a place for this. We'll go ahead and put it right here for now. All right, so what is the next item here? Oh, we got, oh yeah, that's right. I remember she mentioned the jailbird, like the Nerissa jailbird, like keychain plushie thing. Pretty gosh darn cute little thing here. I think I'll definitely add it to my collection of plushies in this room. Ta-da! There she is. She's just a little bean vibing. She's a cute little jailbird. It's like her wearing a Kitarigumi of like a jailbird. It's actually pretty fucking adorable. I love it. I'll put it next to the fellow jailbird right there. Oh, before I do, actually, there's actually some neat little details to their, like the little rose I think is right there. That's pretty cute. And then like her head is just huge. I mean, I like the design so far. I like it. It's not bad and it feels pretty soft. But let's go back and let's go ahead and put it next to the jailbird here. And what's this? Oh, it's a Hololive trading card game. I got the Nerissa Ravencroft. I guess it's a promo card. Yeah, this one. Oh yeah, this is an Oshi card, I think. So like you can only have one Oshi in your deck, and then like you can build a deck around it and stuff. I don't know how to play the game, so I would love to learn about it, and I hope they do like translate it in English. Because like if there's any card game I would really like to get into, it would be like the Hololive card game. I actually bought like a box of Hololive cards, and I even thought about doing like an unboxing stream of it. But I kind of decided against it just because I'm like, yeah, I'll just do it personally and see what I get. Very nice little card here. Ollie will go ahead and put it right here. All right. So what's next? Oh, that's adorable. We have ourselves a Jailbird keychain. And I'm pretty sure you already saw some of the stuff inside the box. Already been spoiled. Again, first unboxing experience, I'm still learning a little bit about it. But this is a very nice little Jailbird keychain. I don't know if it's like made out of acrylic or resin or whatever, but it feels pretty nice. Actually, it feels like metal. It feels a bit like metal. I don't know what type of metal it is, but it's very nice. Let me get a closer view for y'all. Little Jailbird, there's a flower. Very cute stuff. I like it. All right. And then inside this box, there's like a little postcard thing, and it has the autograph and stuff on it. She has a very nice autograph, by the way. It's pretty cute. And it says, "Let's make beautiful memories, heart." And yeah, that is actually a really neat signature. Like, I like it. Very cute stuff here. All right, let's put that here. And I think the final item if I can get it out of the bubble wrap. I like how they bubble wrap this one, but not like the other items. You gotta preserve like the Opie mousepad after all. I hope I don't get demonetized. Well, it's not like I can get monetized by YouTube anyway, because I don't have enough subscriptions or subscribers. All right, let's put the box down. And last but not least, we have the Nerissa Opie mousepad. It's kind of like the ones that you can get at anime conventions and stuff with other anime characters and stuff and VTubers. Very nice touch. She's looking like she's yeah. I'm not gonna go too far with that statement, but it looks like she's ready for something. Let's put it that way. And I wanted to go back to the mouse pad here. If you wanted to, you could use this as like a mat for like card games. So like, let's say you play Magic the Gathering, for instance, and you need like a place to put your cards and stuff. You can use this, or you can put it for the Hololive card game. Pretty good stuff. But yeah, that's all I forgot to add that earlier, but I wanted to go back and add it anyway. So going back here, I have to say I am overall very happy with like what I got. I don't know if I would make full use of it, but at the very least, like I'm gonna have like a lot of stuff like with my Oshi and stuff, which, you know, makes me happy in general. Oh, I have to flip it upside down for the camera. I'm so happy I got everything that, you know, I would like from like my Oshi. It's very endearing in a way. I don't know if I'm gonna buy like any more like Hololive merch anytime soon, unfortunately, just mainly because of like the tariffs here in the US. It'll depend on how things go from there. Maybe I might actually like buy some more merch for like tomorrow's like stream that Nerissa's doing. Oh, if anyone's curious as to why I'm not streaming tomorrow, it's because I'm gonna be watching Nerissa's 3D concert, and her guests are gonna be really good. So she has Shiori as the first guest that she revealed, then Kiara, and then Iris, and then Callie. That's an interesting mix of guests. I dig it. Like Shiori, I think to me is gonna be like the one I think is gonna stand out the most. Because with like Kiara and Callie and Iris, we already know that they're all like talented singers and, you know, artists in general. And then Shiori, like I think she might be part of like the drama thing. I don't know if she's gonna sing songs or whatever, Not that she has a bad singing voice, it's that she normally does not participate like in idol like activity. And she's just being Shiori herself, which I respect a lot. So yeah, that's why I'm not streaming tomorrow for anyone curious. I'm gonna be like straight up about it. But I will definitely go back. I might do like an extra stream like Sunday or something, depending on how I feel. Yeah, so if y'all have not already, oh, my keyboard's here. Excuse me. Keyboard's here, so let me move that out of the way. All right. If y'all have not already yet, highly recommend y'all follow me on my social media to see if I actually do decide to do an improv stream. If I can type. All right. Come to think of it, I actually forgot to add like one more thing to this, to my scene here. Whoopsies. I don't even know if my chat thing is working. I'll need to look into that when I have time. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this stream. I know it was a shorter one than normal, but it didn't even last an hour, but I just wanted to at least do like this unboxing and just like have something, you know, saying, hey, you know, I showed off my items and they were pretty fucking awesome. I don't know if I'm gonna make use of like any of this stuff besides just like the plushie, just like being a companion with like my other plushies. I have like 2 other Nerissa plushies. Nerissa herself here. I got her, I think, I forgot when I got her, but I did remember getting her last year. That's all I can say. And then I also have like the Jailbird plushie. Very cute stuff. I love it. And then the remaining plushies of mine are like Touhou plushies. Patchouli, Knowledge, and Marisa. I'm also a Touhou fan for anyone who's curious. But yeah, I think that will do it for me tonight. Again, I do apologize for it being really short. But I'm not the greatest at just chatting streams, and it's hard for me to like, you know, chat, I guess just chat randomly. I generally tried, and I do need to find more topics to talk about, so I'm aware of that as well. It's just my thing is I really like anime and manga and video games and VTubers, and like otaku culture in general intrigues me. Because like otaku culture doesn't only just apply to anime and manga, it could also apply to things like trains, it could apply to like technology, it could apply to like, you know, a certain type of computer, for like a PC-98 for instance. I remembered watching an anime talking about like a character's like obsession with the PC-98 and making visual novels in a company back in the 90s. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, with that all said, I hope to like either do a stream on Sunday, maybe tomorrow if I feel like it. If not, then I'll post a schedule for next week, and hopefully we can get back to gaming and all that good stuff. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. As always, thank you to all of my subscribers on Twitch. Thank you to my 20 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much. If you haven't already yet, I recommend either following me on Twitch or, you know, subscribing to me. Hit that bell button, turn on the notifications, whatever you want to do, so that way y'all can be up to date as to when I stream. So anyway, with that all said, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you to everyone who's, you know, involved in all my chats, whether just lurking or vibing or, you know, doing your own thing in the background, putting me in the background. I'm so thankful. Anyway, as always, keep it spicy, y'all.